when you hear the Jeezys and you hear the Jay-Z's, you ever sometimes I just want to go back and, do one of those songs and see if I still got it, or you like, nah, I'm done with that. I'm strictly for the Lord.
Well, of course, you always will say what you love to do, but what I do is I listen to these songs and, that's where they are. They bang out, and that's where I was at. Bang out. So if I heard those songs, then I'll just go even harder for the Lord.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, I know I got it because, it's nothing but changing up the words, but because I don't curse no more, because I don't use, just really curse words, the same language, that you might use to get across to, folks or what have you, you know what I mean? I just don't cuss.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I use more Jesus and more God than anything, you know what I mean? But I just don't cuss, man. I don't cuss, but no, I really have no visitations of wanting to go back, you know what I mean? Because once you get across, it's kind of like walking with God and then saying, do I want to return back to Satan?
Right.
And who has more for me? God.
Right. Because the reason why I ask that is you have a lot of Christian artists that are very talented, but they really want that stardom. And a lot of times you don't get that stardom in the Christian world. And a lot of folks say, I want to lean back that way. You know, do you ever feel like you want that stardom, or you happy with the grace that God has blessed you with?
I like being on this side.
Okay.
Being in the stardom world, you know what I mean, that can get you in trouble. Now, don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
In this business over here, in Christian gospel hip-hop music, you know what I mean, this can get you in trouble too. But you got to be able to be rooted. You got to be anchored in. You know what I mean? If you anchored in what you're doing, and put yourself around all the right people to make sure everything works for you, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to work. And then, always not think that you're the one. You're not, you're the servant.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I am. I'm a servant.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And because I'm a servant of the Lord, you know what I mean? He directs me. So he's not going to tell me to go and look at all these women over here, you know what I mean? And one thing I know that he did for me, when I used to rock out at the Arena Players, when I used to rent the building, do my own concerts and all that, I had to create a way. This is how I knew I was being broken. I had to create a way for me to get out of the concert before all the people even know I'm gone.
Right.
So I wouldn't hang around and be around just to say hi to people, because that's the stardom and the fame part.
Right.
You know what I mean? The humble part is, once you finish performing, they came to see the show.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would have a car out back waiting on me. Once I finish pack up my stuff, I'm gone, and I would get home before my wife get home.
That's good.
You know what I mean? That's disciplining yourself. So now when you come over to this, this field right here, of course, everybody wants to be out there and be a big, mega pastor or, mega recording artist for God, because you want to reach the masses.
Right.
But really, it's like, God will give it to you and he'll supply all your needs, whether you just local, whether you, global, or whatever it is.
In his due time.
In his season when he's ready. Because if you're anxious for it, or you can go get it, but a lot of things going to land on you wrong, you know what I mean? And it's just not going to be comfortable for you.
Right. Now, this is a question, this is a really, really, really serious question. Do you actually think that in the Baltimore DMV region that the radio stations and the magazine publications we have here are doing everything they can to support the gospel artists, especially gospel rappers?
I think that the problem is people don't know how to communicate to the people they need to get to.
Right.
I think that, of course I know it's a lot of strong arm and muscle, payola, different things like that. But I think that what Baltimore lacks sometimes is not being together.
Right.
Not unifying itself, not being together, not helping one if that other one is even further than they are.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I really believe that. You know what I mean? Like me, myself, I give anybody information to help them wherever I don't have to get paid for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because God's going to, continue to pave my way where I'm going. Right. And if it's for me, it's to be.
So how do you change the way people think? You know what I mean? Because, we need to change the way people think to get a different result. So how would you, what would you go about changing people's way?
Winning a battle by losing.
Okay.
So if you understand what I'm saying, a lot of times you would know that you're right about something,
right? But
you would let the other people think that they're right about it, and you'll go ahead and be defeated by them, but you'll win later because they did not take the counsel or the advice that you gave them,
Right.
you know what I mean, to make sure that everything was right for them. So, you know, people are people, and we got to understand that we can't change people. Only God can change people.
Okay.